everybody, CW here. Looky, looky, looky. I got me something new. It's all the rage on YouTube. Midway sent me a link. I was on the buy it, waiting for it. Sent me a link, said they were in. I sent them some money. They sent it out to me. It's all charged up. We're gonna try it out today. I get them on the range, and not a soul here. It's me and Uncle Bob. We're gonna see how this thing works. Let me get you set up. Stand by. All right, let's get this thing out. Save this nice box. First of all, there's a couple of good videos online, and I'll see if I can remember to put people's links in there because there's some really good videos out. Well, gonna be way better than mine, but it comes in a nice case, which I'm really, really happy about because I was gonna buy a case for it. I know there's a couple of people are making cases for the Garmin. The Garmin is smaller, so it need a different case, but it's nice. It's foam. It fits in there nice. Comes with a screen protector. Again, it's all charged up. It comes with a really nice metal, heavy duty, nice feeling little tripod. I've already set this up to run it and link it to my phone. I don't think you need to do that. Press and hold. Comes on. Okay. And we're just going to start a quick session. We're going to do rifle. And we're going to tell it a velocity range. What are we shooting first? I think I'm going to take out the Grendel first. So we're going to be in the higher velocity range, which is 1800 to 5000. Okay. And there we go. It's ready to go. Set it down. Gives you some instructions in the instruction book on how far from your muzzle, but it wants to be, I'm going to say 6-8 inches to the side and 8-10 inches behind. Don't quote me, but it's all here in the instructions. I'm just going by what I've seen everybody else use online. So here we go. Let me get everything else set up. I don't even have the guns out yet. I'm really excited to use this thing. So let me get a rifle out here. Let me get some ammo. And I do have targets set, but that's all. And we'll come back. Stand by. All right, I got you on the chronograph. Hopefully it stays focused there. This is the first shots. Now this is with the Grendel. The video is more for the chronograph. But this is the very first shot. And it's also going to be for the Grendel, who just got last bed.
Hold on, earplugs.
This is the very first shot to the Grendel. See if the zero is good. All right, just watch the chronograph. Let's see if it works. Very first shot. There we go. Look at there, 2431.4. And the zero, left and right is perfect. I'm about 3 inches low. So that's with taking the rifle in and out of the stock. That's taking the scope off the rings. That's bedding it. That's everything. So that's not bad. Just being that little bit low, that's not bad at all. I will just turn that up. And we'll go. So I'm going to put my crosshairs on the center, and I'm going to turn the reticle until it covers the bullet hole. And theoretically, it should be a one-shot sight in because everything is nice and steady here. That is freaking cool. All right, that's a 120 grain ballistic tip with a light load, medium load of Reloader 15. Let's try one more shot. I'm going to shoot at my bullet hole. Aim small, miss small, right? Velocity 2459. You guys can read that, I think, as long as the camera hasn't changed. Try one more. This is also a clean barrel because I cleaned everything. There's 3 shots. 2446.2. Want to make it 5? Let's make it 5. Make it a 5-shot group. Make it a 5-shot group. From an unseasoned barrel and a freshly glass bed rifle. I'm shooting at the bullet hole that was made with the very first shot. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow, wow, wow.
What'd you get there, Brian?
I got all the bullets in one hole. But let's, let me back this zoom out a bit because I'm going to touch some buttons. And then let's hope that this still works. Maybe it's not going to work. Let's bring the chronograph to the camera. Let's push some buttons here on screen, see if we can do this. All right, so what do we got here? 5 shots. Minimum was 2431, maximum was 2462. The average is 2447. 5 shots. Full battery. It is hooked to my phone with the little phone on there. Where's our buttons for review? We can delete, return. So let's see what this one does. The top left button. And what have they got there? Summary, okay. So over here is okay. And so there's all that. Our SD on those 5 shots was 12.1, which is pretty good, and it explains why it shot so well. And that's all we got there. Oh no, ES is 31.2. Kinetic energy, oh, that's not right, 5,000. We didn't put in the bullet weight. We don't have 5,000 foot-pounds of energy out of a 6.5 Grendel. Wouldn't that be nice? But it ain't true. Ha! That's not going to be right either because the bullet weight is off. That's for 380 grain bullet. Let's change that to what this is, which is a 120. Whoops. Let's change that. Okay. What am I doing here? I thought I pushed that button before. I'm just learning it, so okay. 100. And did it count up and then back down? Yep, 120. And the 0.1 doesn't matter, so tell it okay. Now let's see what we've got for... All right, 1,600 foot-pounds, which is actually really good. 293, almost a 300 power factor, which is really good for what this is. That's not a screaming load. That's probably a AR safe load. All right, we'll back out of this. I'm sorry if I'm bouncing around. I'm trying to watch the screen. And so I don't know what this is. Shot record. Let's see. Oh, it'll let me go in and delete. Okay. Okay. Rifle session. So it gives this session. All right, so here's a good question. Adam had asked this, my buddy Denny. Can you go back into a session and add to it? So let's see if you can. Okay. Back. Previous session. Shot record.
Recording?
It doesn't look like you can go back into a session after it's done, but it doesn't look like you can. I'm trying to, but I don't see it. I don't see it here. So let's just, supposed to have lots of batteries, but no sense in wasting them. We'll turn this off. And I want to run down there and I want to show you the group that this thing just shot, because it's pretty freaking incredible. This rifle shoots. It always did shoot. Bob, let's go down range.
What's that?
Let's go down range. I want to look at this target.
Okay. Bolt is open.
Stand by. All right, we're going to talk about this here. So here we go. 50 yards, nothing special, just 50 yards, but this is the first shot. Now, like I said, this gun was sighted, and then I took the action out. I relieved everything inside the action so that the action was not binding anymore. And then I opened it up a little bit further to make room for the bedding. I took the scope off. I bedded the action. I put it back in the stock for, you know, to bed the action. I took it back out. I cleaned up the bedding, cleaned up the barreled action, put the scope back on, did not re-zero anything. All I did was square the scope to the action, put it back in, torqued the screws down. I got about 50 inch-pounds on my action screws, which is about what I like. I've got solid bedding and I got pillars. So to my mind, it really doesn't matter what you use for a torque, as long as you're above, you know, say 30 or 40. It's really not going to make a big difference as long as you got good bedding, in my opinion. I could be wrong. You know, if you found different, write it down in the comments. But that's my thinking. As long as you got good solid square bedding, and you know, anywhere in above 30 to 40 inch-pounds probably isn't going to make any difference. Don't go above what your specs are for your screws that you have. So I shot the first shot, and then because I've got a good rest, I put the crosshairs back in the center, which is where this shot was. This crosshairs were in the center. The bullet hit here. I put the crosshairs back on the center. I'd held the scope. I didn't move the rifle or nothing. I just adjusted the elevation until my crosshairs were back on this bullet. Now, this was a clean barrel. While I had it back at the bench at a part, I scrubbed the barrel clean, so it's a clean barrel. So I put the crosshairs here, very first shot out of a clean barrel. And then I shot 4 more shots there. Now it's only 50 yards, but it's less than 3/8 of an inch. I don't think it's a quarter, but that's 4 bullets in one hole. This rifle always did shoot. This is after bedding, and that's incredible. That's downright incredible. So there we go, guys. You saw the chronograph. I really liked what I saw. We're going to use it a lot more. You're going to see it on the channel a whole lot. This is kind of bragging on my Grendel at the same time as talking about that new Athlon rangefinder chronograph. But awesome. If I smiled anymore, my face would crack. God bless everybody. CW out.